Now, we've already seen in Look East how companies across the region are starting to win business linked to the Olympic Games in 2012. Today, more evidence of how we can benefit. It comes in the shape of 120 new trains, each one costing more than £1 million.
The Class 379 Electro Star, the first in the class of 2010. After testing in the Czech Republic, these trains will be at our service from May.
Reach the doors, please, Emrag.
They've been ordered to cope with increasing demand, and it's hoped they will ease the pressure of thousands of extra passengers during the London 2012 Olympic Games.
For visitors coming into the UK for the Games, they want to get a really good impression of the UK and our transport network, and so this is an opportunity for us to showcase what we can actually do.
The contract to build the trains was signed in April last year, ordered by National Express East Anglia and signed off by the previous government. If the order had gone in this year, it may have fallen victim to the spending review. Now we will never know.
OK, so we've got these brand new trains to handle the Olympic Games, but it will essentially be £155 million wasted if the infrastructure can't cope.
We've got some major rewiring on the line out to Chelmsford and down to Southend. We're lengthening station platforms and in fact building a new platform at Cambridge specifically for this new fleet of trains.
It's thought 80% of spectators will travel to the Games by train, adding 20% to passenger numbers in our region on services already straining. National Express needed the trains anyway, but getting them ahead of the Games puts them ahead of the game.
Tens of thousands of people will come through Stansted Airport, and their first introduction to railways in this country on their way to the Olympics will be these new trains.
The new trains are for Stansted, but the deal includes 68 refurbished carriages between Ipswich and Liverpool Street. That's an extra 4,000 peak time seats from this Christmas, which for commuters in the east can't come soon enough. Sean Peel, BBC Look East.
Later on Look East, the changing face of the British Grand Prix. We go behind the supermarket giant Tesco has won a crucial round in its long-running battle to build a new store in Sheringham in Norfolk. It's beaten off a challenge from rival Waitrose, but only just. Let's get the details now from Ian Balmer. Ian.
Susie, Sheringham has never had a big supermarket, but what it does have is a very successful shopping centre with lots of independent shops. Now, many people are scared that Tesco will put those shops out of business because today Sheringham became a Tesco town. The battle lines were drawn first thing this morning. Today was decision day, 14 years after Tesco first applied to build a supermarket in Sheringham. The planning meeting at North Norfolk District Council was packed. It took 5 hours to make a decision, and what a decision. 7 votes for Tesco, 7 against. The chairman's casting vote went to Tesco.
Now what we'll do is sit down with the council. They've said yes to this investment and we now need to work with them to bring it forward as quickly as possible. We'd like to start on site as soon as we can.
I think it would be the death of Sheringham. I'm very, very concerned particularly about not just the shops closing down but the road safety issues here.
I'm looking forward to Sheringham being revitalised as a town centre. We've lost so much trade expenditure over the years to Cromer, to other supermarkets. We're going to start bringing this back. We've also got a new fire station, a new community centre especially to look forward to.
In March, councillors had voted for the rival greenhouse bid, a green development on the edge of town with a Waitrose, a food academy and allotments. But Tesco came back with amended plans, so it went to today's vote. Their store will be much nearer the centre.
I don't think that's going to do the town any good, just my personal opinion really, but I think that will have quite a bad effect on all the shops in town.
Hopefully we might do quite well out of it because of parking in Tesco's. They brings more people to us, so more people might come down.
The vote mirrors a recent parish poll where the Tesco proposal won by just 15 votes. This narrow decision today could have a big impact. We heard Tesco will take up to 20% of the money spent on food in Sheringham. That's £1.6 million less going into local shops every year. Well, we still don't know for sure if this is the end of the story because the greenhouse project, including Waitrose, could appeal against today's decision. They're deciding. In the meantime, Tesco just wants to start building. From Sheringham, back to you.
Ian, thank you.
The future of an indoor pool in Ipswich has been secured. The Broomhill Lido has been closed for 8 years after falling into disrepair. Now the Borough Council has agreed to spend £1 million on it and is now looking for a company to run it.
Now, most people know that smoking can increase the risk of heart disease and lung cancer. But what about COPD? It stands for chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, and it's the 5th biggest killer of people in the UK. Today, specialists from Ipswich Hospital set up outside a supermarket to raise awareness of the disease.
They've come for a lung test. Some have never smoked. Others are still smoking or have recently given up.
I've been smoking since I was 10, naughty, but I'm now 40. I thought it's about time I give up. I've given up smoking 5 weeks ago.
Smoking all my life, and about 5 years ago I had pneumonia, and I really did give it up, but I've dribbled back on.
This is the amount of tar you inhale if you smoke around 10 cigarettes a day for a year. And today, specialists from Ipswich Hospital have camped out at Asda car park to highlight these dangers.
The idea of this event is to try and identify people that have lung disease who don't know about it at the moment. We're particularly interested in finding people with COPD. In the UK there's 2 million people who have undiagnosed COPD, and we know that the main cause of that is smoking.
And here you can get quick results.
It's shown that the airways are nice and clear and that the lung volumes are respectable.
These results were much better than I thought. So in that respect, yes, I'm very pleased.
Smoking-related illnesses cost NHS Suffolk £8 million a year. Not every smoker is going to give up, but they hope after events like today's, more will. Dawn Gerber, BBC Look East, Ipswich.
Controversial plans to change flight paths in the region have been scrapped. The National Air Traffic Service says it's down to the fall in the number of people travelling. That means it's no longer necessary to change the approach routes to Stansted Airport. There had been protests over the plans. Aircraft would have been stacking over Suffolk and Cambridgeshire.
Now, only the very, very famous are known by their first names alone. People like Elvis, Kylie, Cliff. Well, today in Norwich, fans queued round the block to meet the man known as Gok.
Lunchtime in Norwich, and the excitement is mounting.
So excited. I'll probably cry.
It's fantastic. It's really yummy.
Hundreds of mainly women wait to meet the man whose TV programmes show them how to dress and feel confident enough to say they look good naked. The man they call Auntie Gok. Gok Wan knows all about low self-esteem. As a child, he was bullied, overweight and gay. At his lowest ebb, he would never have believed he could now be so popular.
No, never. I thought I was going to be packing prawn crackers in the back of Dad's takeaway for the rest of my life. You know, it's amazing. Thank you. That's Rachel.
He was in the city to sign his self-penned autobiography, Through Thick and Thin.
The journey of my life has been through thick and thin. You know, there's been some very dark moments with the anorexia and stuff, and there's been some, you know, really, really happy moments where I am now.
And it seems his message is getting through.
It doesn't matter what shape, size, who you are, what you look like. Everyone's beautiful, and it's just inspirational, really.
Just embrace who you are and the size you are, and just enjoy life, basically.
All about the confidence.
Why do you think you are so popular with women?
Because I'm gay. Why do you think? It's the obvious one, isn't it? Because I'm not a threat. I can do hair and makeup, and I can squeeze their boobs without getting slapped.
Which has made a lot of women very happy. Jenny Kirk, BBC Look East.